Good morning, dear students. Till now, we have completed relationship of repertory with materia medica, organon, pharmacy, and anatomy, and physiology, and pathology. So, I have clubbed anatomy and physiology in one day. So, I have told that physiology and anatomy both are interrelated, but physiology helps to understand pathology, while pathology helps to understand practice of medicine. Anatomy help us to understand the structure, everything, but anatomy, first you study after reading anatomy, it's applied application in FMT, forensic medicine and toxicology, and you get, but FMT also like toxicology and everything. If you will study, then you will find changes of physiology. So FMT is very much closely related with all these subjects. So this thing. Now, being a doctor, you study, when you come to study any medical graduate course, you came to study any medical courses like either MBBS or BHMS or whatsoever, which is subject which is taught to you for your benefit. It means you are studying BHMS, you are studying 4 homeopathic subject and many allied subjects like anatomy, physiology, forensic, pathology, surgery, gynae ops, PM, PSM, and all these subjects which you are reading in 8 allied subjects, which is subject is most essential for you. This subject is most essential for you. So, my dear students, answer is FMT. FMT is most essential subject and for a medical student. And whenever you will face problem, this subject will save you. How? It is subject dealing with like postmortem and legal issue. Legal issue, which is mainly famous, postmortem and legal issue. So, what you study postmortem people have very much medical importance, and then legal issues covers like you are issuing medical fitness certificate, medical sickness certificate. So these certificates, how they should be issued, what are guidelines for issuing medical certificates is guided by FMT. So you will get all the proper pro forma of issuing any type of certificate to your patient, and your patient have every right to ask you for any type of certificate which you are treating, like sickness, fitness. So what certificate you can issue, what certificate you should issue, in what condition, what are a foundation, for how many days leave you can grant him, for how many days of bed rest you can advise, everything is mentioned in forensic medicine toxicology. And if you are not following this subject, then you may face difficulty while If any problem occurs, then you may face difficulty. So you should be for private practicing or even in government job, you must be aware of this legal issues by your knowledge of forensic. So these are two major aspects. Another we study identification. Identification, it means identifying that a person age and his sex, everything, identification of bone, identification of person, age determination particularly is useful. Another thing, whenever you are issuing any certificate, you must use few identification mark. You must use few identification mark. Like many times you are booking ticket or insurance or something, then they will ask you few identification mark on your body. So sometimes you use a birthmark or any scar mark or something. So you use this. So identification. Okay. Now one topic came, like what are possible causes of death and changes after death. This is important. Now you should know this. Why? Because many times patient brought to you in your OPD and he is already dead. So you must be able to identify by pulse, BP, everything, respiration rate, everything, that patient is alive or dead. So it is very essential, and particularly in case of suppose a patient is fully believing you and he is affirmed that I will come to only you for whatever problem I am facing, and also for his family. So sometimes it may occur like a case of infertility came and you treated and they got a baby, and they will believe that whatever he got baby and so it is due to this doctor. So whatever problem my child will face, I will consult with only this doctor. So in that case, if their house is too much far away in a village, so sometimes they may come to only you that okay, or they are being treated by some quack in case of diarrhea or any other problem, and doctor told that we cannot treat now, and you take it to some other doctor, and patient came to you. So you should be able to diagnose that patient is dead or alive. If you are starting treatment of a dead patient, it may create problem. So sign of death and sign of being alive is very easy. Now, which are one more topic, like now those topics which are related to repertory. These were not directly very much related to our repertory, but now we are discussing few topics given in forensic which are essential for our proper utilization of repertory, which are essential to understand repertory in proper way. So first comes injury. Injury is a very important topic. You will see a lot of cases with injury. So you should know this type of injury, and if you are practicing in a rural area, you will face a lot of cases with fight and fallen from tree or bike accident or this type of accident. So you should know this type of injury because or any other type of previous injury or this type of injury is, so it have a medical legal issue. But also it have relation with rubric and like leg injury, this type of tear हुआ क्या हुआ, strain है, strain and sprain, everything. So these all are comes under knowledge of injury. So injury is a very important topic we should know. Like wound, so wound healing, everything. So this type of forensic is not only with dealing with dead, forensic is also dealing with alive person. So this is also now. If you know proper way of proper description of injury, it will also help to understand material in detail. Now, so if you have proper knowledge of injury, then it will help you a lot in understanding this material along with rubrics related to injury, like stab injury or fracture or sprain or strain, this type of low back pain after a sprain. So these things, injury, chronic injury, these things. Now, second, one of the most important topics which are described in terms of rubric in our repertoire is bad effect or abuse of poison. So we should know what type of symptoms are produced by what type of poison, so that it will help you in better management. And poisoning may be small dose poisoning, like bad effect of mercury, bad effect of arsenic. So you will find these rubrics in our repertory generality chapter or any particular chapter. So this bad effect of, like Clark repertory have few rubrics. So bad effect of this poison or these things, so it will help you. Like insect bite, like bite by insect, scorpion or snake. So all these type of bite. So these are you detail study in forensic, and it will help you to correlate with rubric. Like swelling after insect bite, redness after insect bite, these things. So poisoning help us to understand. So and poisoning, if you are preparing for PG, what I am saying that only repertory is not enough. If you understand other subject, then it will help. Now come most important topic of FMT, which you must know to understand homeopathy, not only repertory. I am saying to understand homeopathy, to become a good practitioner. What is the most important topic you must know from forensic? Most important topic. Again, in organ of medicine lecture, I have discussed that the topics covered by our evaluation of symptoms. So evaluation of symptoms is, I told you that we are giving maximum importance to mental symptoms. So why mental symptoms? Because it is giving you essence of that person. It means internal person. It is the actual person to whom you have to treat. In homeopathy, we are not treating disease. We are treating the patient. We are treating the person. So that person, how you will know about that person in depth? How you will know the real person? How you will know the actual person who is suffering? That is by his mind. So mind symptom is very difficult to take, difficult to understand for a beginner. But it is not that a person who is practicing for a long time will be easily getting all the mental symptoms. No. You have to develop a rapport with your patient. With passage of time, with passage of first or second meeting, he will tell you the actual problem. one on of a sudden he will not be open with you. You have to keep in mind very well that even if you are talking with husband and wife, you may not get full or every symptom of your particular case if you are talking with them together. You may need individual inquiry. You have to develop a bond of trust. Then and only then they will be open in front of you and they will tell you actual problem. Another thing essential to understand that what are actual mental symptoms. So we study forensic psychiatry. Forensic psychiatry it means forensic psychiatry. So forensic psychiatry deals with different type of perversion, deviations from normal. So you must, for becoming a good homeopathic practitioner, what is essential? You must be able to take case properly. So how you will be able to take case properly? If you are able to develop a bonding and if you are practicing for multiple times. Now second point comes that if you are able to understand the significance of symptom along with other body languages of your patient. Many times patient will not tell you many things verbally. You have to observe his body language. So if you are a keen observer, if you are a very good observer, then you will be able to get symptom not only by patient's wording, you will be able to get symptom by his body language. So body language also plays a very vital role. So in nutshell, you can understand that this understanding the person is essential for homeopathic prescription, and understanding the person can be done by understanding his mind. And how you will be able to understand his mind? By making him proper bondage, by giving him proper confidence that whatever he is telling you, you will keep it secret. There is a mutual relation between doctor and patient, that you will keep ethical issues you will must remember. You will not you will keep it secret as secret. So if you are able to develop this type of relation with your patient, then your patient will open in front of you and he will tell you his actual mind, his actual mental problem, his actual mental symptoms. So in forensic you study forensic psychiatry along with sexual offenses, sexual perversion or sexual offenses. Sexual symptoms, even if you study mental symptoms, then there are many grades of mental symptoms, first grade, second grade, third grade. It means which mental symptoms should get higher importance. So you know very well that sexual symptoms get one of the highest ranking even in mental symptoms. Mental symptoms get higher ranking than physical and particular symptom. But mental symptom, maybe a patient carry 3 or 5 mental symptoms, but which mental symptom should be given more importance? The symptom of sexual, the symptom related to sexual things should get very high importance. So by forensic psychiatry you get to know that what are deviation of mind, the deviation from normal mind. So if you are able to detect that what is deviation from normal, and particularly from that point of view, that you have to prescribe based on his mind, mental cases. So a case predominant with mental cases, so you will not be taking every mental symptom, which symptom is deviated, up to what extent it should get importance. So this psychiatry, forensic psychiatry, help you to understand the mental symptom, and you know very well that our most of the repertory are having a lot of rubrics related to mind. Another thing, sexual offences is also related to sexual offences or sexual symptoms are also related with genitalia female and genitalia male chapter. It means genitalia male में many times importance is psychiatric mental cause. In case of male, you will find that 50 to 60% male infertility are related to mental stress or mental cause. So how to handle these type of cases? You have to handle these cases only by proper understanding its symptom, proper understanding of its cases, along with your prescription. If you are not able to understand the case, then how you will be able to select symptom? And if you are not able to select proper symptom, then obviously you will not get desired result. So my dear students, in nutshell, forensic, particularly toxicological, injury, and this psychiatry part. This 3 chapter is very much essential for understanding repertory. Try to keep revision, and also try to study this your ethical certificate issues for your private practice. And you must remember, forensic, it means minimum 5 to 10 marks for any competitive exam. If you are getting 200 marks for MD or any exam, so it will be approximately 10 marks from forensic and toxicological subject. So let me know if you have any issue or any problem on my personal WhatsApp message. Thank you. We will discuss tomorrow. Thank you all.